you might notice the audio has changed. Got this little DJI micro. I'm really hoping it's working. I have no idea if any of this video is going to come out, but I do hope so. Absolutely did not fall over when the camera was turned off. What are we talking about? Well, here we go again. We're going to do something different this time. We are going to have a bit of a walk. Going to try and find a second stand of trees, and I hope that it's in a better condition. But up in this spot, I've got a walking party has just come past. I can see another dog walker. Although it's a beautiful sunny day, I think it's going to be really busy. Okay, something else that's a little bit different for now is I'm going to clip you onto the front of my pack. See if that works. Might be good, might be rubbish, don't know. We'll give it a try. Look a bit like a predator. Cool. Nothing else in my hands apart from sticks. I've never really done that much walking. Certainly not with any weight. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. Looks like we've got cattle maybe. We do have an electric fence. Let's try not to get zapped. Definitely cows. Ground's a little soggy. Look at those views though. This pack is quite heavy, maybe 16 kilos, maybe a little more. The reason for that is something you'll find out about if I find a pitch. Okay, so little breather because I ain't rushing. There's actually this little spot here by these trees, which is a little bumpy, but we have a great view. That's not where I'm aiming for though. So we crack on. Like I said, this is not a race. I don't really mind if it takes me an hour or more to get there. It's fairly early on the day, 20 past 11. Oh, not sure if you can see it. There's a kite circling. That's about it. Over there in the distance, it's a ridge called the Epint, which is where the British Army and other armies that they invite along do the majority of their training outside. The mountain dead centre is called Sugarloaf. We call it Eric. And this one on the other side, of the right hand side, we call Derek. I've got no idea what they're called, but we can see them from our own. This is the town that we live in. I live over there through the trees somewhere, and it's awesome. And I need to go around this hill, so I can either go along this fence line still, which is a little bit wonky but doable, or I could do that climb there and cut left. I think I'd rather just stick with the views for now. We'll take it easy, go up this ridge nice and slow, see how we get on. Somebody was viewing me from down there. I'll probably look at state. I've got this overpacked Osprey backpack on. As usual, I've taken way too much gear. Hey ho. I've got a chest rig, cheap one, which has got all the batteries and camera gear, anything vaguely electronic on the front. I'm talking to myself. So there we are. Now, it's a very warm day, so I don't have many layers on today, other than the trousers. So I'm just wearing some merino base layers. I've got some other jumpers to put on later. I don't want to overheat. I can just about see the stand. Do hope it's worth it. I do hope it's not on the other side of this fence. And if it is, I hope there's a gate. It's the other side now. I've got to take this real nice and slow. It's not exactly flat underfoot. And I'm about as unfit as an unfit thing with a really good reason to be unfit. I'd love to say I could change that. And I probably could. Apart from one big reason. I'm way too lazy. Is that a gap in the fence? Could be. It is. Oh well, that's awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. There's the stand. I'm going to drop the pack here and then scout. Hi. Ow. Well, how about that? A couple of small branches up there, Paul. Jeez, we've even got a water source. Right. What do we got? This bit here is probably the flattish spot. And there's definitely like one or two bits of downed limbs off the trees. It's all pretty dry, but it's not dead as such. Right, well, I think I've decided I will clear a spot in the centre here. It's going to be a little bit bumpy, but that's okay. You might notice the audio has changed. Got this little DJI micro. I'm really hoping it's working. It should be, and it should give you a nice clear audio. It also means, because it's wireless, in theory at least, I can be walking around doing stuff, still talking to the camera, and you not lose an audio signal. At least that's the theory. So, first things first, I'm going to set up the chair and sit down for a second. Didn't bring the one tiger dragon hide today, too heavy. Bad enough of the stuff I did bring. So this is the Trichology chair. Much smaller, a lot lighter, but it'll do the trick. It's not as comfortable. Design's basically the same as the dragon hide. Oops, over back into the sockets. Same on the front. There we are. Now, I didn't bring the feet things, unfortunately. Oh, let's give it a try. Oh. Well, it's off the ground. It's not very comfy. But it's off the ground. Whew. That's a little better. You sort of have to try and dig it into the ground a bit to keep it level. It's okay. Whew. So So that walk around probably only took me 40 minutes tops. But that was quite hard work. Don't really do walking about. It is worth it for the view though. The view on this side of the mountain is much better than the view on the other side where I used to camp. And these trees here, hopefully you can see, are a little healthy. I do need to check that we're not going to have any serious wind tonight before I set up a camp. We got gusts up to 8 kilometres an hour tonight at 6 o'clock. Dead still all the way through the night. Brilliant. Rain, pretty much the normal 10% chance you get in Wales all of the time. And it's going to be, it's 8 degrees now, dropping down to -2 by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's going to be chilly. I think we're in a good spot. Other than the fact that I have to walk here, which I could really do without doing. It's a nice little spot. It looked like it was a good spot on the map. And I think the owner calls this a fairy ring. It's basically a small ring of trees. I wish I was fit enough to carry on walking around the valley, but I'm not. I can't walk up that mountain there. Not a chance. Maybe one day. Am I kidding? So I can feel a slight breeze coming off the back of the mountain, dropping down into the valley, which is pretty normal for us. This behind me here is the foothills of the Cambrian range. So everything comes across the Cambrians, dives off the back of these mountains here, straight into the valley, causing our microclimate. We should get some fantastic star views tonight. It would be brilliant to get this panoramic south-facing view. So I've got some new stuff today. I wore the cheap Temu chest rig, which is fine, to bring all the camera gear up. I've never recorded this Trekology chair. Can't remember what it's called. Sounds like a cartoon, I think. Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is good. It's very lightweight. It's not the lightest, it's not Helinox or anything like that, but it's very light. I've got some stuff to keep me warm at night, which I'll show you later. And the prime new piece of kit is something that I've been looking forward to buying for a while. And this is its first outing, and you will see that shortly. Oh, and the mics, which I really hope are doing the job. Oh, okay. So I managed to pack my bag so tightly I can't get to the tent. Let's try this again. Ooh. There she is. So this monster. Here's the new Nortent Vern 1 PC or polycotton. This is a proper 4-season tent. Not bad. Normal mat. It's the big Agnes SL Rapide. Well, it fits fine. So this is the 25 by 72. This is the wide version, and that fits absolutely fine. No problem at all. Right, this time round, I managed to not pump it up quite so hard, which I think is why I had such a bad sleep the other time. Okay, let's grab the pillow. I really do need to change the pillow though. Was I smart enough? I was. Ooh. So, this pillow comes with this bit of elastic, which when I first got it, I instantly took off. You see? But that goes around your sleep pad and keeps your pillow in place. So let's see if that works. It might. And again, I've not overfilled the pillow this time. We'll see. Okay, let's just put these bits away before I lose them. And then in theory, that goes underneath the pad and stays in place. Chances of that actually working? Yeah, I know. Not a lot of elastic. Still. That just might be enough to stop me going absolutely mad all night long. We'll see. Because I don't know what the weather's going to do tonight. Well, I do, but you can never tell. I brought two things to use. I've got my quilt, which is my Ice Flame NXT quilt, which is lovely in the summer. But it's not the warmest thing. So that can go near my skin. What I'm going to do, also brought the Snug Pack Elite 4. I'm going to tuck the foot box in there. and basically use Snug Pack for two reasons. A bit of warmth and a bit of moisture protection. It's just lost one of the rubber things off the bottom of my chair. I had to dig a really great hole to get it back out. Oh, I really need those anti-sinky feet things. I'm pretty sure I've got some somewhere. Obviously not with me, because that'd be far too useful. Right, anyway. So, another thing I've done today, if it gets cold tonight, too cold, which I don't think it will, but anyway, I've dug out my insulated waistcoat, which also has a connection for a battery pack such as this, and heats up. So if it gets too cold, I'll be able to put this on over the top of whatever I'm wearing, and it has, I think, 2 pads in the front, 4 in the back, something similar to that, heat pads that should keep me very warm. Oh, rip my nail, brilliant. That'll be catching on everything now then. So the bed's all set up. It's 1:05. The weather's pretty much perfect. There are clouds in the sky, but nothing serious. Sun's still out. I can still feel its warmth. As I said, temperature's likely to drop down to about -2-ish, I think, tonight. But only briefly. And I don't think I'm going to be cold at all. There's enough room in the vestibule there on the tent to make a brew, and I've got my small folding table, not the big one, with me for that. So the plan for this camp, given that I knew I was going to have to do some walking, or I wanted to do some walking, I wasn't forced to, obviously, I wanted to. The plan was to go as light as possible, which didn't really work. Firstly, I decided to take my new tent, which, as I said, is 3.5 kilos on its own. Backpack's close to 2. I've got another 2.5 kilos of water. So we're already up to 8 kilos. And then quilt, sleeping bag, cook set, clothing, mini table, electronics, yada yada yada. It all adds up. I don't understand how these through hikers and these extreme lightweight campers, how they can do it. Obviously your tent is going to weigh, 600 grams rather than 3,500 grams. I get that, but surely that tent is cold. Surely it's not very waterproof or wind resistant or any of those things. And I guess they use trekking pole tents, Lanshans and such, Durstons. But I would admit none of those appeal to me. I like a little luxury in my camping. Not too much, but a little bit. I want to be warm, I want to be dry. And anything that spoils that or potentially compromises that isn't worth doing. And also, through hikers, they're taking dehydrated food all the time. And I guess they're not taking so much water, so they must have, water filters. They must have to keep tracking near water sources all the time and filtering. That's just too much. I've got a little stream here, tiny, tiny, tiny stream, which the mozzies will probably love in the summer. Might not be a summer camp spot. We'll have to have a think about that. So yeah, they get all this lightweight gear. And I don't think I've got particularly heavy gear, other than the tent. And the chair is lightweight. Titanium cook set, tiny little Trangia-like stove and fuel, tiny little table thing. I've got a down jacket and that insulated jacket, a few bits of clothing but not much. Realistically, that's it. I don't know where all the weight's coming from, but it's definitely there. Oh, I might be overestimating it, but I would say it's at least 15, 16 kilos in total. And bulky too. And I know I've got 2 sleep systems there. And at the moment that's fine. What I really want to do is swap those out for a Zenvivi bed. But they're in the middle of their product refresh. So all the sizes and rating ones are no longer available until they get the new ones in March, I think, from the States. We'll have to see. Little table. Simple as that. Nice little folding out table. Good for putting your burner on. Certainly good for use in the vestibule. So I'm using some different fuel today, which I picked up from Go Outdoors, and it's a little bit excitable. Oh well. Must find my gloves. So when you're sitting quietly, you just think of things. I've realised a few things. I've left my hearing aids in, which is a bit stupid. I need to put those safely away in a little container I've got. Oh well. I picked up stewed steak for dinner tonight in a can, and I can't remember if the can has a ring pull top on it, or if it doesn't, whether I've got a can opener. I have a horrible feeling I don't. I think it might be one of those days. Looks like a bat hanging on for dear life. Oh, That's a horrible angle. Right, this chair makes me sit funny. It makes me look very pregnant. So we're moving. There. That's better. A bit. That's nice. I got the sun here, right in front of me, which is why my face is so lit up. Just coming through the trees. Might have an hour and a bit, hour and a half maybe, of sunlight. Well, not of sunlight, before it dips down behind the mountain. Oh, this chair's uncomfortable. I've lost 2 feet already. I need to find the ball feet things that I bought, wherever they went. Oh well. Oh. There. Better. Yeah, oh God. Looks awful again. Right, there we are. Let's imagine I don't have a body behind my beard. Not that particularly worried, but, you know. Trying to be all fancy schmancy. Look like I'm about to have a baby. So I think this mic is working very well. Obviously I won't know until I try and edit. But I'm hoping it's going to be nice and clear. There's no real wind to test its performance today. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, so I want to do some tests about the microphone and its purported range of like 1,000,000 miles or whatever. So I'm going to set the camera up and walk off and maybe try carry on talking for a bit. Let's see how we get on. So this DJI Mini setup has apparently got a range of something like 1,200 feet, which is quite a long way. I think it was something like that. Or was it 400? I don't know. It was way further than you were going to do in a sensible way. Now this is obviously just a test to see what happens. Ooh. Does my bum look big in this? It's nice over here. It is nice. More deer tracks. It's nice being high up above the valley. It's just a view that I don't see ever. I've probably gone off the camera now, but I am still here. Have a look-see. I can't go much further. Loads of deer tracks. Interesting. Ooh, there's a lovely piece of woodland down there. Have a look at that in a sec. So here we can see a great view of the town and the valley. I will say that this is the foothills of the Cambrian mountain range. And that's about as much as I'm going to tell you. I think you should probably see me on camera again. Absolutely stunning. I'm just trying to trace my house. I think, yeah, there. Should have bought some, yes dear, I should have brought the binocular that you said I should take. You were absolutely right. Right, so this is about, I don't know, 150 feet camera, which is pretty good, and if it's going to pick this up, that'll be fantastic. So we'll see what we see later. Oh. Okay, one thing I've noticed when I'm running the DJI Mini into the GoPro, it really drains the battery. It's like much faster than using it without, which is fine. I've got 4 batteries and a charger. That's not an issue. It's just something to be aware of, especially if you're looking for kit. If you're looking to start wild camping in general, even YouTubing, and you're looking for mics and cameras and all that sort of stuff, be aware you're going to need extra batteries for your GoPro, and you're going to need power banks. Now I've got 2 power banks with me. One charges the GoPro batteries, and the other one is for everything else, really. Okay. Pack weight. You don't really think about it. You know, you go and you buy the pack that everybody's using, the Osprey, and they're great, but they're not light. Even on their own, even, you know, largely empty, it is not a light pack. Okay, there we are. Oh, it fits there nicely. That's very good. So it's a little bit of a TARDIS, this thing, which is great. As I said before, these doors spin around. So this door here is repeated here, second door, and you can open them both out, give you some serious space when the weather's good. And that will all go inside. I'll tell you what, it retains heat really nicely. Lovely little heat spot in there. Okay. I think I've got a lot of bloody sticks in this, yeah. So the good thing is with this tent is not only do you have this vestibule space, but you also have what would be the other side of the vestibule. we got maybe 20 minutes of light left, so it's time for dinner. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the gas, so I've got to use this awful stuff again, which I'm not really happy about, but there we are. And we are having Idahoan perfect mashed cheddar cheese flavour stew steak. Sounds good. How much water do I need? 475 millilitres. That's quite a lot. About that. Luckily I've got another litre and a half with me anyway. That's quite a lot of water still. Got a lot of crap on the spoon. Oh well. Not to worry. Another new purchase. This is a double-walled titanium bowl from Boundless Voyage. And that means, in theory, you can hold the damn thing, not like a normal titanium. See what I mean about this fuel? It's very energetic, very soot laden. So the stewed steak's been in the bag for a while, I think. I'm sure it'll be fine. These things never look very appetising when they're in a can. It all tastes the same. Going down. Try not to burn myself again this time. Oh, there's always something left in there, isn't there? Typical. It always seems like such a lot of water. This is the not very appetising stage. Well, this isn't very easy, is it? Put some water in there, I think. Next time, bring your gloves. As I thought. Mash and stewed steak goes together very well. Raw. I'm not going to show you this. Shall I show you? Oh, what not? There you go. It's a bit strange, but I'm sure it'll taste nice. So, washing up stuff. Stewed steak does not like to come out of the pan. Don't matter what you use, it's a pain. Plus, because of all the soot and crap created all over my pot, everything got filthy. All my cloths are filthy, my hands were filthy. Luckily I had some hand gel, which acted as a bit of a cleaner. But wow, that was hard work. Right. Time is just gone 6. There we are. Ugh. Galaxy hot chocolate, that'll do me. Oh, also got Cadbury's. What's this? That's a white one. No. Whew. Well, the temperature's definitely dropped now. The sun's definitely gone. Let's have a look at the temperature. So we were sitting at 9.4. 4.7 now. Ooh. Look at that. In the last 45 minutes, it's just plummeted. Down jacket is on. Gloves are going on in a second. Hot chocolate is made. Oh. Whoa. Oh. There's definitely a little steak aftertaste there. Oh well. All good, nice and warm. It is dead quiet up here. Like the birds have started roosting. There's just nothing, no movement at all. Oh, that's better. I'm not ready for the tent yet. It's not cold enough for it. Don't think. I may end up closing the vent at the head end, even though that's probably where you do need the vent. But we'll see. At the moment, the breeze is still coming down off the mountain here into that head end. But everything could change. Nothing stays the same around here. not for long. I can't hear any gunshots or artillery up at the Appin today, which is nice. Have a nice peaceful night. Sometimes you get artillery for 3-4 hours, you know, rifle shots, LSWs going off. If the Americans are here, we get the V-22 Ospreys coming over. Because, you know, they can't just turn up in a Land Rover like a normal soldier. They got to turn up in a tilt rotor aircraft. Anyway, what we also get sometimes is flares. You can see the parachute flares coming off, being used up at the top of the Appin there, which, if you didn't know that's what it was, you'd think it was some sort of a UFO. Not saying that's what the kids thought or the wife thought when we first moved here, but you could think that. Alright, I'm going to drink my coffee and bring you back. If the stars come out, then I'm going to set up a time lapse. In the tent now. Gotta say, it's pretty good. It's about 5 degrees warmer inside than it is outside, which is fantastic. Seems to be plenty of room. I'm on a slant, but I'm always on a slant. Other than that, it's pretty good. Oh, there we are, all packed up, as always, leave no trace, just time to walk out, which I'm not really looking forward to. Oh, there we are. Right. Right, here we go.